I'm going to walk you through how to set up a plugin called the W3 Total Cache plugin. And what caching is a little bit like cookies. So when you visit a website, sometimes the website will put cookies onto your computer so that the next time you come there, they remember your preferences and where you visited and things about you. What caching does is it puts things on your computer, but not really to remember your preferences. It's more to make the page load faster. There's different types of caching. There's browser caching, page caching, and object caching, for example. Objects in the technology world are anything like videos or audios or images. Object caching would save some of those audios and videos onto your browser or your computer so that you wouldn't have to load them all over again next time. Browser caching and page caching are very similar, and you can almost think of like page caching as kind of like the design and the layout of the page, and it's going to save that onto your computer just like it did with the object caching so that it doesn't have to load all of the page again. And browser caching is very similar. It's going to save the code from the page and also some more of the layout features of the page. And then in the plugin, I'm also going to show you how to do something called minifying. Minifying JavaScript or minifying CSS or HTML. That just is, it's kind of like compressing your code. So you can compress images, for example, and they get smaller and they take less time to load. Well, when you minify your code, you're making it a little bit tighter, a little bit smaller, and easier to load. So this plugin is going to set that all up for you very easily, and it also has a number of other features that I'm going to go through as we enable certain things within the plugin itself. So let's go ahead and take a look at the W3 Total Cache plugin. Here we have our WordPress dashboard. You guys have already installed a number of different plugins so far, so you already know the process. I'm just going to save us some time. I've already installed it. You'll see it here in your plugin list, and you just click Activate. It'll probably be already activated for you once you start, so you might be able to skip that step. Now I want to show you here something called gtmetrics.com, and this is a great site for checking out whether there's any problems on your site. So the first grade or score you get is from Google, and the second one is from Yahoo. So this is decent scores already, but as you can see at the bottom it says leverage browser caching. I have an F there, 27%. And then if you click on why slow, add expires headers is basically the same thing as leverage browser caching, as we talked about in the intro. So we're going to see how to fix those problems with this plugin. And these are pretty common problems. So in your plugin list, you click on settings. And the top option here, general, if you were to click on that, it would check all of them off, but we only want to enable certain ones. So we're going to click page cache. Enable that one. Minify JavaScript and CSS. We're going to check object cache and then browser cache, as we mentioned before. Now we talked about a CDN like Cloudflare, and if you have that installed, you can enable that option. And then you just click Save All Settings. And over on the left, you'll see each of the things that you've enabled. So then we're going to go over to Browser Cache. And the top one will be checked off for you already, but as you can see, the second option, Set Expires Header. That's what we were talking about with Yahoo. And we're going to click off the top 6 here. CSS and JavaScript, you can use this plugin for, but I'm going to show you another one that's even better for saving space as far as JavaScript goes. For now, we're going to keep it enabled. Click Save All Settings. So I want to go back to GTmetrix again here and retest the page. So we have an 83 and a 75 right now, and we have big problems with the browser caching and expires headers. So let's see what this plugin did to those scores. 85 and 82. decent improvement. And as you can see, the browser caching that used to have a fail grade at the top of the list here is now an A. We have like 90%.